All right, guys. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Memorial Day. Shout out to all the veterans. Today the market is closed, but I think it's good to sometimes take these days that we have off from the market and talk about good upcoming plays. Sorry, let me put my phone. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think it's good to talk about the market even when the market is closed, because that's when you need to prepare for the hot plays. Even on the weekend, I think people take the weekend to relax, and most of us work a 9 to 5, but I think those are the days you need to get ahead, right? You're not gonna, for most people, we work a 9 to 5. Me myself included. And we get out of work and we don't feel like doing anything. And it's because some people might have other obligations, whether it's kids, whether they just have stuff to do outside of work, and they can't, they can't research the market and stuff like that. So it's good to use these down days. If you have today off, I actually worked today. It was pretty quiet because a lot of people took the day off. But yeah, so I think we could talk about crypto. Crypto is heating up, and it's because we're getting well into the bull market now. For those of you who don't know, the halving took place in April, and basically, after like 2 to 3 months after the halving, we typically start to see prices surge across the board, right? And you see the most gains in the altcoins, because those are the coins with the low market cap, and they just have way more room to run opposed to Ethereum and BTC. But with the recent approval of the Ethereum ETF, it's going to be interesting. And when I say recent approval, it was the application. If you didn't see my last live stream, I go into what was approved and what else needs to be approved for us to have an actual spot or Ethereum ETF, right? Spot. I thought I just put this on silent. I think it's coming from my phone or my computer, but just ignore that. But yeah, so I think Ethereum has a lot more to run. I think currently it's sitting at around 350 billion market cap. So it's definitely a $1 trillion asset. Um, this is quite annoying. I don't know if I lower this, will it lower the volume here? Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. I'm wondering if I lower the volume here, could you guys still hear me? I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna lower it a little bit. But yes, so I think the Ethereum has a lot to run, right? So that's one of the plays, right? We're looking at the crypto market. We look at plays that could potentially give us a double or a triple, and Ethereum is one of those plays, right? And I would almost say it's a for sure thing, especially with the 180 that the SEC just did as far as approval of the application. But yeah, I would definitely start if you have it. It's still pretty early into the bull market. I think the bull market is going to go up until 2025, probably this time next year. And it's like these group chats, and I don't want to shut off the volume here, because then if I do the video and then I turn it back on and I see there was no value, I'm going to be kind of annoyed. So just bear with me. There's like a group chat going on, and these people are like sending 20 million messages. But yeah, so I think this is a good time to Get familiar with the crypto space if you haven't. And if you're not trying to get into the altcoins, at least take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. There's so many people that are on Twitter or Instagram saying how Bitcoin and Ethereum are still a scam. Peter Schiff is one of those people. He's like a gold maximalist or maxi, I should say. And I I think by now we could say that the crypto space, Bitcoin itself, Ethereum itself, they're proven assets, right? Now, how far they're going to go up, nobody knows. But I definitely would say this crypto space is probably a $10 trillion plus space, and we're only at 2.3 right now, right? So that's literally like a 5x for the whole space from here. And the fact that we have all these institutions getting in is just going to be. I honestly think this time around we're not going to get that same type of pullback. Like if you look at 2017, if you look at 2021, and you look at the pullbacks after the bull market, it's like 70, 80%. It's very violent pullback. And I don't think we're going to get that this time, right? When you have institutions like BlackRock, Fidelity, Van Eck getting into the space, now they're responsible for other people's money, right? They're setting up an ETF basically so the regular consumer, you and I, could invest. Now, obviously, people like myself and people that are into the space, we invest directly into the coins. So we're not looking for an ETF to invest in. At least I'm not looking for an ETF to invest in. But, the average investor that doesn't want to custody their own coins or go onto Coinbase and purchase their own coins and potentially have their account hacked, or maybe they suffer from like a phishing attack or something like that. Those people are going to be the people that are going to buy the ETFs, and right, like institutions are not going to invest in something that's not proven, right? Now, obviously, Bitcoin, the crypto space itself is only like 15 years old compared to like gold or the stock market and other assets, but so far so good, right? We have a 4-year cycle where after the halving, you just see price appreciation. And since inception, I think it's over like 1,000,000% or something like that. So, yeah, I think right now it's a very good opportunity for those of you that are not in the crypto space to definitely check that out. I think it's one sector that we're going to, it's going to be here for a while. And if you don't, I think you're just gonna, you're gonna miss out on a lot of opportunity. Obviously, you could make money in the stock market. You can make money in ETFs. You can make money, as long as you're in the market and you're in decent quality assets, you could make, the average 12 to 15% on your money each year. But I think with the crypto space, it definitely presents an opportunity to speed up that investing curve, or speed up the maturity of your portfolio, right? By at least 2 to 3x in the basic, cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum. But yeah, so that's one of the spaces that I think everybody should be looking at, the crypto space, especially now since we're in a bull run. It's just going to get more violent to the upside, right? Like, not violent. Well, we will get pullbacks every now and then. So, if you're new to the space, just know that when you get in, we may get 10 to 15% pullbacks, but that's just normal. That comes with the space. I know a lot of people are like, they get into the space. Let's just say they put in 10K or something like that, and a week later, you're down to 7,000. I actually have a position right now that I put 8K in, and it suffered from a vulnerability when it comes to the code. And, somebody hacked it didn't hack the blockchain. It was like a bridge that the protocol used to connect to another protocol, and somehow somebody hacked that and it lost like millions of dollars. I didn't lose my coins, but the protocol, it has like a liquidity protocol attached to it, or a liquidity aspect to it where people can put liquidity in and make money, almost like yield farming. And yeah, so my $8,000 position is like 3,000 right now. All right, but do I go and panic and sell my position? No, I don't go panic and sell my position, because I know it's a good asset. I know this is just something that's typical that happens in the crypto space. Like if you even look at the top projects, I think Uniswap got hacked before. And I say hack loosely. When I say hack, it's like vulnerability in the code that somebody took advantage of, right? A loophole in the code that somebody took advantage of, and it ends up getting patched, and the developers end up learning from that mistake, and it becomes a good project, right? Now, obviously, it has to already be a good project for it to come back. It's not just going to come back. If it was like a scam coin, then most likely it probably won't come back. But no, I don't go and sell my position because my position is 40, 50% down. And obviously that's a smaller position for me. It was just a position I took recently. And yeah, it happens. It comes with the game. But, as long as you're in it for the long haul, and for me, long haul is like 2 to 3 years. Like I got into that position because I knew like we were in the bull market. So I knew the cycle would correct itself. I knew this was just something that happened. And, as long as I keep my coins, I keep a cool head, and I don't, panic sell, I should be okay. And I honestly think that position's probably going to do 3 to 5 times, 3 to 5 times what I put in. So I put in 8K. I'm thinking I'll get 24 to 50K out of that position, and then maybe like a $16,000 profit after you pay taxes on it. But yeah, I think that's one of the key mistakes that people make. They get into a space, they take a position, and they sell really quick when the price goes down. So make sure you believe in what you're actually investing in. When I say people should get into crypto, I mean people should research first, and if you're not sure, then stick to the big cryptos, right? Why wouldn't you want to invest in something that BlackRock's investing in, Fidelity's investing in, VanEck is investing in, Bitwise, and the banks? The big banks are investing in this stuff. Bank of America, JP Morgan, Citi, so all the big banks are investing in cryptos, and I think it's a sector. And today, being a day off, the market, well, actually, no, for crypto it's 24 hours. So the crypto market is actually still open today. But most people took today off. So, like I said, today's days like this, you could take and figure out, some plays that you may want to get into. All right, so that's one of the spaces when it comes to the market that I think people should pay attention to is crypto for sure for the next 5 to 10 years. And then also AI, right? There's a lot of AI plays that are going to go crazy. Obviously, NVIDIA leading the pack. I think NVIDIA is going to be like a $10 trillion company. So that's 5x from here. It's at least going to go to $500 billion. So that's a double, I think, in the next year or two, especially with the demand. Like I was looking at, or I had downloaded ChatGPT, and, it's just amazing the stuff it could do, the stuff it does. You ask it a question and it just shoots you out like literally a precise answer. So the AI space is going to be very big. I think AI in crypto is going to be very huge too. There's right now, I'm invested in an AI crypto play right now. I think that combination is going to be real, like, as far as growth goes, I think it's going to be real explosive. And if you could get into the right projects early, I think there's a lot of upside. But yeah, I think those two, the AI stuff, so NVIDIA, the semiconductors that go with that, people that make the custom chips. So your SMCIs, your TSMs. Those are all good plays. ASML, the picks and shovel plays of AI are going to be the ones that explode the most, right? Those are the plays that, NVIDIA is going to need. All these companies are going to need. Intel. I heard Apple's coming out with their own chip soon. So yeah, I think people need to start paying attention. When people say, "Oh, there's no money to be made," or "Where do you go?" Where should you be looking when it comes to making money or money making plays? Ooh, I don't know why I just spit there. Money making plays, and yeah, there's a bunch. There's crypto, there's AI, and those are just the sectors. But within there's so many plays that you can get into, and most people are just sitting back and not doing anything. Like I see most people on the weekend, at the pool with their friends, playing games, or just doing stuff that's not productive, right? So you can't, and that's fine. You can do that if you want to do that, but don't complain that you don't have money, or don't complain that you're behind on bills, or don't complain that you have racked up credit card debt, because the only way you'll get out of that particular position is if you make some type of change, right? If you're at a job that doesn't pay you enough, can you get another job, or can you get a different job that's going to pay you more so you can actually save some money each month and you can put some money away for investing and saving? Most of you, oh man, these people are ridiculous. Um, yeah, yeah, but most of you, are probably like $1,000 or $2,000 a month away from being in a better financial situation, and all it'll take is just getting a different job or picking up a side hustle on the weekend. But you won't be able to do that if you're playing around on the weekend, right? So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity. I think most of you can definitely get ahead. I would say if I had to put it in order, right? So let's just say you were a person in some financial trouble. I would say that one, try to clear all the consumer debt. I know like 5, 6 years ago, I was in, because my consumer debt now is way more tame. But, sometimes you're in a situation where sometimes your consumer debt, you can't pay it off. And, maybe, and some people choose to like save money instead of paying it off. In some situations, that could be good. But I would say the number one thing for people to do is try to get, their consumer debt to a level to zero, preferably, but to a level where you're not accruing too much interest. But I would just try to knock it out altogether first, right? And then at that point, I would just get to a position where, okay, I'm only going to take on consumer debt or I'm only going to take on debt if it's going to bring me money, or if it's some type of essential need that you need, right? So I wouldn't just be taking, if you're doing the credit card to make all your purchases, and that's good as long as you're paying it at the end of the month. But I would only take on debt that I need, and not debt that's just, oh, I'm just going to put this vacation on the credit card, or I'm just going to, go to this concert or whatever. Once you get to a point where you can clear all your debt, because maybe you were in a place where you were just in a bunch of consumer debt. Maybe you made all the wrong decisions, and you're like, okay, I was putting concerts on the credit card. I was buying an expensive car, expensive clothes, and all, and then you just, you had a bunch of debt, and then you get to a place where it's like, okay, now all the debt is gone. I think if you just get to that point, you can start moving forward, and then, slowly add some investing to that with some saving as well, right? I don't like to save too much, but just enough. Maybe if you had like a little emergency. But yeah, so most people can get into assets or investments where it's liquid enough to where if you had an emergency, um, you could pull out on your stock portfolio or something like that. But yeah, so that would be the first thing. Clear the debt, and then start getting into investing. Start staying up with the trends, because you want to get to a point where it's like you've caught up, but then you want to get ahead, because most people stay stuck in that place where it's like they get caught up and that's it. They just stay even. You want to get to a point where you're above the equal line, right? You want to be past being okay. You want to be good. You want to be great. You want to be excellent. So that at that point, you can then start helping others, right? I tried to think about it like, okay, if I make this much money, and not to say you're going to be giving out your money to people. I'm not a big fan of just giving people anything, but I'm saying it's nice to be in a position if somebody did need something, and I'm not saying like a huge thing, but it's good to be an asset. Um, and once you understand, like, and once you become an asset to others, you tend to attract people that can be an asset to you as well, right? You tend to stay away from people that are like liabilities and only need something, and can, like, it can only take from the pot. You want to build a group of people that can, add to your pot and not take from it. And yeah, I think once you do that, you automatically attract that. And sometimes you just gotta be by yourself, because sometimes you can't find that group of people. Like for me, a lot of those people that have the same mindset as me are online, right? So, and I'm cool with that. I don't need a big group of people next to me. If they come in organically and we have the same values and stuff like that, I don't mind being cool with people. But for the most part, a lot of people are not there yet. So, you don't want to rush that. So a lot of your people are going to be online. You're the people you look up to, people you're cool with, may never have met up ever, right, in your life. But those are people that you can connect with, whether it's a video, whether it's their post, it's positive, it's educational, and it helps you get ahead, right? All right, but that's pretty much it. Probably save you guys from hearing all these pings because this chat is going crazy. But happy Monday. I will be on again Wednesday. Hopefully have a busy week. I have to pick people up from the airport and have some other stuff going on. So yeah. But take care. And again, happy Memorial Day. And shout out to all the veterans. Take care.